this is my iPhone 13 mini, and I've been using it for the last year. However, this video is not going to be about the phone, it is going to be about the case. And this is the Dark Cherry Apple MagSafe leather case, and I've been using it for the past year. Since the day I got this phone, it has been used in this case. And I just wanted to give you guys an update on how it's aging and what it looks like after a year. So the thing is, I make these leather videos and everybody keeps asking me for updates on them, and I usually do make updates. I have done so in the previous years. However, this year I did not make updates on it, and that was for a very specific reason. That's because they're not aging that much. As you guys can see, this still looks pretty fresh and brand new. There's not a lot of aging for me to show off or talk about, so I just haven't made those videos as much as I wanted to, and as much as I've been asked to. There wasn't anything to show, but I thought that it's been a year now. At this point, if I don't make an update video, I never can. So I just wanted to show you guys what this case looks like. So I do see one, I will say, there are a few things I've noticed. As you guys can see, I do MagSafe chart. So the MagSafe, staining, imprint, whatever you want to call it, is barely visible in just the right light. Not something you'd honestly notice if you were just looking at the phone for a quick glance or something. You have to really catch it in the right light, whatever it is. I'm getting a little bit jumbled up with my words there, but it has aged really minimally is the word I will use here. The only real damage it's had also is just this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a little gash, but not really. It's more so just pressed in. And this case has done a really fantastic job of protecting my phone. The phone doesn't have a single scratch or any kind of damage whatsoever to it after the year of being used. And trust me, it's been dropped. It's been used like a normal phone. It's been put into mounts, cases, like mounts like car mounts and things to like tripods and stuff like that. It has never had an issue. And this case has kept my phone safe. As you guys will see, it is pretty clean for the most part, except for a little bit of dirt here and there on the inside. The inside has aged decently. The cloth material has definitely kind of flattened out and almost feels like reduced over the years. It's kind of like what happens when you keep something on carpet, like heavy things on carpet. Over time, the carpet just kind of gets pushed in and the softness of it goes away. It just kind of becomes condensed, and as you guys can see, it has definitely aged. It doesn't look the same way it did when it was brand new. Let's talk about the aging now, and there's not a lot to talk about. As I said, this is the dark cherry color, and it's a deep purple. I will say one thing though, it definitely looks even less purple than it did when it was new. It has gotten darker, but it hasn't really gotten darker in noticeable ways. If you catch it just at the right light and just in the right angle, you guys can see there's a little bit of blackening on the edges right here. It's something you have to look for very, very closely. Not something you can really pick up very easily. Like this is me looking with my very bright studio lights, and that's barely noticeable. So the aging on this has been extremely minimal, and I've used this every day for a year. My other Wisteria case has aged more, and I've actually used this way less than this case. So this is impressively unaged, and that can be a bad thing. I know a lot of people buy leather cases because they like it to age, patina, and that's something that adds character. And at the same time, there are a lot of people who don't like these leather cases because it ages and they feel that it looks dirty. And I can understand that, because if you look at my saddle brown leather case from last year, from the iPhone 12 mini, it does kind of look more dirty-ish than it does impressive. And I know that it might look pretty nice on camera, those edges. In person, it doesn't really look as good as it's seeming on camera. So I will say that the aging of these cases has really, really drastically gone down over the years. You can just see in a year over year how minimal aging is. Just has aged way more than this has. And that's unfortunate, because I think that personally, I would like to see a little bit more age, a little bit more patina on these cases. It has protected my phone really well, as I said, so I'm happy with the case. It did its job in protecting protecting the phone, making sure that, oh wow, I just went really crazy there for a second, and making sure that the phone stays well, is well protected, not get dusty, scratched up, but the main thing of leather cases is why you buy them is for the aging. If you're not, you could just buy a plastic case, a silicone case, for cheaper, and not have to worry about that. But the material does feel great. Even after a year, it's just as soft and supple. In fact, more supple, and it makes sense. Leather does become more soft over years as you use them, and you get more of your natural oils and things on them. But this case definitely feels really nice in hand. In fact, I'd say nowadays this material is my favorite for a case. It just feels the most comfortable to use, and it is very grippy. Like with MagSafe accessories, this case is solid. Like I use my 13 Pro Max sometimes without a case, and I can clearly tell a big difference between the MagSafe power. So if you're looking for a good case, these are still really good. I just wanted to warn you guys that there's not going to be a lot of aging on them. So if you have any questions about the 13 mini cases, feel free to ask me down in the comments below. And if you want to check out this case or some of the newer cases that you can buy for the 14s, I will have them linked down in the description below, as well as some other non-leather options that I really like for the iPhone 13 mini. They'll all be linked in the description, and whenever you guys use those links, they really do help the channel grow, so I do appreciate it a ton. This is also going to be kind of the last video I make on this case because there's no aging, so I don't foresee it aging anymore. So if you're looking for more updates, I'm sorry guys. But on the bright side, I will definitely be making more videos on future leather cases. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more case content coming very soon. As I said, the 14 and 14 Pro is coming out. As I always do, I will get some nice cases for them and show them off on camera. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on social media right here. I'll have the handles on the screen, and of course down in the description as well. Go check out my behind the scenes content and more case photos and videos if you want to check them out over there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one.